I was getting in trouble, my parents basically there was a few different facilities that were options, and basically they told me this was the best one. This was the shortest term. I mean, facility is a scary sounding word, but the best one is relieving. So that's how I learned. Like typical teen things. Maybe not everybody would say that, but I was doing a lot of drugs. I was sneaking out at night to do drugs because then nobody would know, right? And then eventually I ran away because I didn't want to follow the rules, and my parents were cracking down on me because they knew I was doing drugs. And then started running from the cops even though they weren't even looking for me. And then getting caught by the cops, but getting let go just to have my dad pull up and take me here. It was basically like run away or come here. So it was like if I fail at running away, then I get to come here, you know? But knowing that there was a sense of kind of just like knowing it wasn't that bad before I even came. I don't know what it was, but it was kind of just like how the website kind of seemed, what they told me about it was like it seemed a lot. And I talked to someone on the phone, and it just seemed not too bad actually. I've never been to another treatment program, but to me, I could imagine, as to what I hear from like long-terms and other short-term facilities, is the fact that like these people aren't here just to tell you what to do, they're more to like guide you as to what to do. Even though they're kind of telling you what to do, it's that they're telling you what you should do. The staff isn't here to like just be a security guard and tell you where to go. They're more here to like be your older brother, be your older sister, and tell you that you should go that way, whether you're going to or not. My first impression was sitting in a room with a few people and just staring at them in the face, not answering their questions. But once I talked to my therapist, you know, he was really cool. I related with him a lot. He made it easy, and then he took me for my tour. I met a couple of the kids, and it was just like, this place is like, it's like camp, you know, like it's honestly cool as hell, like in my opinion. Like I came back with a big old smile on my face. My parents were like, wow. The residence I stay in, you know, it's humorous. To me, that's the biggest thing about it, it's very humorous. You know, it's fun, it's really fun. Just to wake up and have like, for one, like, other kids that all have these different characteristics. You know, there's the loud ones that are just obnoxious and funny. You know, you just sit back and laugh at them. There's the ones you really get along with. You know, you get to pick your roommate, whoever you really get along with. And then there's the staff. You know, they're just as fun as the kids. You know, they're all kids too. They act like kids too, and you get to treat them like other kids too. And it's fun, you know, and it's easy to wake up to. You don't gotta be around a kid around them, they treat you like an adult, and there's the staff that treats you like a kid, and you treat them like a kid, and there's the summer room is a special room for the people that get to the summer program, obviously. And we get a lot of benefits. There's foosball, there's TV, there's a GameCube, you know, they bring other systems sometimes, and you can play Mario Kart. You got the coolest staff ever in there with you, just playing games with you, doing whatever you want, chilling on the couch. You know, like, you're basically where all the other kids want to be, whether they're going to make it or not. And you paint on the wall, there's all our paintings, you'll see my paintings. You know, that's cool. That's the easiest question in the world for me, because I've said it since day one. My favorite thing about Sovereign is the staff. The first day I got here, I woke up to the staff, Darren, and it was just cool. It was like this guy like knocking your door, and he's like, "Hey, what's up? It's time to wake up, you know, like we gotta have breakfast." And it's like, Michelle, like, this guy's cool as hell. And you just get up, and like there's the 4 other kids, you know, there's that loud one, there's the quiet one that just sits there and doesn't talk. You know, there's all the different kids. There's the ones you relate to. There's the ones you just sit back and just like, wow, you know, like this kid is, you know, it's funny. And the clients too. The clients they're not delinquents. There you go. And they're just other kids, you know, the same kids you go to school with. And if anything, it's ones that you relate to, not the ones that you don't relate to, because you all been through the same thing. The biggest thing I've learned here is my ability to be healthy. Is whether like drugs were a major or a little like factor in my life, or whether my diagnosis was a big or little factor in my life. The biggest thing was that I wasn't really living mentally healthy. I wasn't feeling healthy. It was hard for me to wake up. It was hard for me to go to sleep. And whether like you have insomnia or whether you don't, like if it's hard for you to wake up, that means you're not feeling very healthy. If you're able to wake up to all these people and you just jump out of bed because it's fun as hell, like that's called health. That's being healthy. So knowing that I'm able to be mentally healthy, knowing that, you know, like without drugs, even whatever the factor is, like I was able to get out of bed. I'm able to be motivated. You know, I'd run in the morning whether I like running or not. I just run in the morning because I have nothing else to do. When I told myself, all right, you want to run? All right, let's get out and run in the morning. Like go work out. Like whether I want to be buff or not, like just work out because I have nothing else to do. And that's what being mentally healthy feels like. You know, like I did extra school. If I want to do extra school at home, like I might say I'm gonna do extra school, but when it comes around to like me actually doing the extra school, I'll be like, nah, sure, I'll do that later. You know, but like here I do it because, you know, I just feel healthy, feel motivated, and that's the biggest thing I've learned. I hope other people can learn that too. The biggest thing I tell them is that like this program isn't just for people that are mentally unhealthy or people that have drug abuse problems. It is, but anybody could come here. I guarantee that. Any kid, you know, being a kid, it's a weird time of your life, and being a kid, I can even understand that still. I'm not an adult yet, but I could definitely say that. And even an adult could come here and they'd learn a lot as long as you're positive about it. You know, like a lot of kids come in negative, but like my therapist made me look at it in a positive way. Made me realize that like this place is kind of cool, and if you have that standpoint, and hopefully I could give someone that standpoint. If you have that standpoint, then you're gonna learn something. You're gonna realize like that you feel different, you feel better than you did before. You know, if you realize that some things you went through and you felt shitty as hell, you know, like whether you do drugs or whether you're depressed or whether you're bipolar or what your problem is, or what your diagnosis is, then you realize that like here you can feel better, even if it's in a moment, and like you should learn from that. And that's not the only thing you can learn from, but anybody, you could have any of these problems, whether you do drugs or not, whether you have a diagnosis, like you could learn anything with positive, not rambling, but with positive attitude and just realizing what's going on, like you can learn a lot. And most of all, in my opinion, you can learn that like you have the ability to be healthy.